Morning and welcome to Olrewas in Staffordshire, Trenton Mersey Canal. This is exciting. This is the first time I've been sent something to do a bit of a review on, so this is certainly not something I'm used to doing. And yeah, look, I've got a box. It's like Christmas Day. It's like Christmas Day. So I just wonder, you know, Jackery, this company, do they know who I am? Do they have they sent this to the right person? Do they know that I'm a complete technophobe and I learn how to do things on the fly? So I'm really interested in this, in that I suppose, you know, having to review this as a complete, I mean this in the nicest possible way, idiot when it comes to understanding things like this. It's probably going to be a good review because things like this don't come natural to me. So a bit of a voyage of discovery. This is the Jackery Explorer 240, which is a solar generator. Now I've got no solar on my boat. A lot of boats do have solar, particularly liverboards, but leisure boaters like me who go to their boat, you know, every couple of weeks and have a week on it or something, you could have solar, but we just haven't got it. So this might be quite useful to me, but we'll see. So let's have a little look. They've sent me the solar panel that goes with it as well. So so this is the first time I've seen all this, so I have no idea what to expect. I believe this is a foldable solar panel. It's very tidy. Oh, there you go. So that is the Jackery SolarSaga 100. It's a 100-watt panel. So that's nice, isn't it? It's got like it's got its own sort of legs, so it keeps it up. All right, so I'm going to look at that a little bit later on. Exciting, isn't it? What else we got? Let me throw some stuff out the way. Throw that into there. Throw that into there. There's instructions in there apparently. You know what I'm like with instructions. Right. What we got? What we got? What we got? Ooh, there's a sexy little black bag in there with some stuff. You watch me drop this in the cut in a minute. I've been no good on one of those TV sales things. Good morning and welcome to the PVC shopping channel. Today I want to introduce you to the Jackery 240 Explorer for those outdoor types. Now it's it's got a pure sine wave inverter on it, and it's good for those times when you just need to use a little bit of the sunshine to brighten your day and night. You know what I mean? So, okay, so there it is. I'll tell you what, it's not very heavy. That's the Jackery Explorer 240 solar generator. It's got something in it called a pure sine inverter. Might as well be talking Mandarin to me. But I think that means that it means that we could go 240 volt, I think, or I think it might be 230, this one, 230 volt. But it's got lots of other outputs as well. It's got USB. It's got the old car lighter charger thing, but I'm struggling there, aren't I, for all the technical terms, but you know what I mean. It's got one of them that you stick your finger into. Oh, it's got a really sexy display. I don't know, can you see that? Yeah, nice looking display there. So currently showing 48%. So it's a good job I didn't stick my finger in there because it's got 48% in it.
Off the back of the boat then?
Oh, Mrs. Lumpy, I knew she wouldn't be very far away just to come and take the proverbial. Hello, you all right?
Yes, thank you. How are you?
What can you tell me about the Jackery Explorer 240?
It's called the Jackery Inverter 240. It's black box with lots of
Shut up,
orange on it.
go make me a drink of tea, please.
I was about to say please.
Please. So, yeah. We're part up in Olrewas today, so I'm not going to get a chance to really play with this today for you guys because I've got work to go and do. Believe it or not, I do have to do a little bit. But I am going to set this up to make sure we've got some charge, because Where this is really useful is if we're running, then I'm obviously generating power from my batteries, so that's all fine. And then overnight, we never really deplete what we've created in the batteries. But it's run close a few times. If we've got the TV on and whatever else, and the fridge is running, and if we want to run the diesel heater, the Eberspacher, then all of those things start to take a bit of a hit on the batteries. So this will be really nice to have this, because if I can build this up, then we can always play the TV off this, because I think you get about 4 hours on the TV just from this. Also, I do a lot of charging up. I've got a microphone here, so this needs to be charged up, both the receiver and the transmitter. We've both got phones, so they need charging up. I've got a laptop to do my editing. That needs charging, and that has to charge 230. I can't do that off 12 volt. So all of those things, I mean, basically, this is just a big battery bank, you know, the little ones that you can get. So you can get many, many charges off them. The good thing with this, apparently, and I'm going to try all this, and I'm going to show you how it works, is that you can plug it into your solar, so you're picking up that power. At the same time, you can be running your telly at that point. So in effect, you've got the sun charging your telly, you've got the sun running your TV via this. At the point that you stop taking from this is that then this starts to build up power, so then you take that at some point when the sun's gone in. So overnight as such. I'm probably rambling now. But ultimately, I think my first impression is, what a fab bit of kit. It's really tactile. It's got a lovely feel about it. It's not heavy at all. I think if you were a walker or a camper or something like that, what a great bit of kit that is. Sorry for the rushed intro, because I've got to go to work, but I just wanted to show you as I open it up anyway, and then we'll look at it in a bit more detail over the next couple of days when we're actually out there cruising. So catch you later. So before I go any further, it's worth mentioning that I'm not being paid to promote this product, but I have been given the product by the company so that I can give it a fair and honest review, and that's indeed what I shall be trying to do. So, good morning. Welcome to another day on the good ship We May. It's time to tell you a bit more about the Jackery. So yes, it was very interesting last night because I hadn't put any charge into it yesterday, and because we were out and about and doing some work, we hadn't run the engine on this either. And when we were in a position to be here to run the engine, it was gone 8 o'clock at night. So my sort of battery level, the boat battery leisures, were not too healthy. I mean, I'm saying that they were like 12.4 or 12.3, something like that. So not ideal, but they were okay. But I didn't want to watch the telly at that. So I switched the Jackery on, and this gauge read 40. 40% was already there. So there was something in there from the manufacturing process. So I thought, well, okay, well, let's plug the telly in. It was fab, and it ran. At 40%, it took 2 hours and 35 minutes to take the 40% out of that. And for the final 15 minutes, it was charging up a GoPro and a mobile phone as well. I thought that was quite impressive. But obviously this now reads 0. There we have it. Everything's 0. Nothing going in, nothing coming out, nothing stored. So that's what we have now. So I'm going to stick the solar panel on and work out how to do that, and just let that run. It's not this, still quite early now, so we'll look at how that changes throughout the day. I mean, of course, with the engine running, I don't actually need to use the solar panel because you can plug this directly in, so you can be taking juice off the alternator, off the engine running anyway. So you only kind of really need the solar when you're not going to plan on running your engine. So that's another great thing, really. So it doesn't just have to have solar. It can come from any source. You can just plug it in, plug the whole thing into the wall. You know, if you've got a 240 circuit, just plug it in and away you go. So let's get this solar panel fitted up. Let's see how that goes. Issues, remember. In here, there's the so there's this cable that's going to plug into the input of the Jackery. Again, as I suggested yesterday, I'm not the best with things like this, so it needs to be simple, and that's really simple. It's not a massive setup by the look of it, so I'm quite happy with that. Right, let's see what we can do here. So, from a positioning point of view, I suppose I haven't got many options. Which way does this go then? Okay, so I'm guessing it is as simple as popping that into there, switching us on. Okay, so there's no sun up at the moment. It's behind the trees over there. And immediately it's showing, what's it showing? 5%. So it's showing 5 watts going in. So something's going in straight away. So that's brilliant. So how's the Jackery doing now? The sun's come up a little bit. We are now getting 15 watts. We're now hitting a good 65 watts going in. So hopefully that percentage should start flying up now. It's been in and out as we've been travelling. It's not been great sunshine, and plus a lot of trees. So you sort of see it flicking between sort of 50s and 60s, right down as low as sort of 5s and 7s, things like that. But at least even on a cloudy day, you know that you are going to get a trickle feed into it. So, you know, if you're camping in a field or something like that, it's going to get it. So we've been cruising for some 4 hours now. So this has been plugged in for 4 hours on a questionably sunny day, sort of in and out. It's probably 30% sun, 70% cloud, quite a few trees. So we're 4.5 hours running, and we're now at 50%. Again, it's more cloud cover than sun, so it's struggling on what it's inputting, but obviously it will do. We managed to get 78% in today. I want to get it back down to 0, because then tomorrow I'm going to charge it up via the engine. Let's see what we can draw out of this now, and see how many things we can put into this to make it give us back what we've taken from the sun today. And let's see how long that 78% lasts. So first of all, I'm going to put this in. So this goes into my 12 volt system normally from the boat. So I've taken that out of that. I'm going to put it into that, and let's see what that does. So push that into there, and I've plugged the other end into my mobile phone, which is currently doing a record of what I'm looking at there. So that's, there you go, it's coming up to 9:13. The other thing I want to take to get recharged are the 2 elements of the Rode mic. Just give that one a bit of a clean up. So the Rode wireless mics, transmitter and receiver, they both need charging. So let's just get those in. So that needs to be switched on for that, doesn't it? So one in there, second one into there. So to really sort of make it work now, I'm going to plug in the TV. Let's put the telly on. Okay, so you can now see that it's actually taking some. It's taking 42, 43. TV's on. The Jackery's working and delivering us some power. So I've currently got 3 items on charge, and the telly's running. And we're going to see how long that takes to reduce down. Excellent. So it's now, after last night, back at 0. So I wanted to get back to 0. So that took 4 hours to take that 78%. And during those 4 hours, the TV was on all the time. I was charging a GoPro, the GoPro batteries. I was charging my Rode mics, and I was charging the iPhone. So 4 hours was pretty good, I thought, there, considering we've got 78%. So what I wanted to do today is I'm going to charge it via the engine. So when we start cruising, I'm going to plug it in and see how quickly that sort of powers up. The bookwork, the pamphlet thing that comes with it suggests that it'll take 5 to 5.5 hours to charge from dead to 100%. So a couple of things to talk about that I didn't talk about yesterday with it. What I've noticed has been really useful are these feet. This is quite a soft rubber. So I've had it on the top of the boat, you know, and it doesn't slide anywhere. They're very grippy, they are. So that was a nice feature that I hadn't sort of appreciated prior to that. So that worked really well. And again, I've got to talk about the quality of it. I've got nothing to compare it with, so I haven't compared any other of these types of products. So you know, somebody may tell me differently, but this to me feels there is nothing rattly. It's absolutely solid. It's simple, it's solid, it looks good, it's light, it feels really durable. So I think that's just a really nice product from an aesthetics point of view. And this is their base model as well. So this is the 240. They also do a 500 and they do 1,000. So this is kind of the entry level. So let's have a look at the little bag that it came with. So we didn't use any of this yesterday because we just plugged into the solar panel. Yeah, what it comes with. So if you've got a car or a motorhome or the boat, you know, we've got the 12 volt socket on the boat. So that comes again. It's really good quality. It's thick. It's well made. Feels like good stuff. And then there's the ability to plug into a wall. So plugging into a 240 circuit in your house, or a petrol generator, or the boat. And this is what I'm going to do today. So when the boat's running, my inverter in the boat will be on. This will be in that. This end will be into the Jackery, and we'll see whether we can get a full charge within 5.5 hours as it suggests. I've plugged into my 240 volt circuit in the boat. My inverter's on. My engine's now running. As I said, we have 0 here. I'm hoping that when I plug this into here, I start getting an input. I'm hoping it doesn't go bang. What have we got? Anything. There we go. 61. And that will just now be constant for the rest of the day, also while the engine's running anyway. Cool. Now, something else I noticed yesterday, which I've not noticed on any of the literature, is that on the actual solar panel itself, there are a couple of little USB inputs, outputs. So I'll be interested to see what they perhaps do. Maybe that means that you can directly charge straight off that, straight into whatever plugs into that, I suppose. So it's been having 61 watts of input for an hour now, and it's at 21%. There we have it. Just got up to 40% in just less than 2 hours. There we go, coming up nicely, 75% after 3.5 hours. So there we go, we're at 98%. That's been running for 5 hours. 99% just gone to that. So then we threw loads of stuff at it and it coped admirably well. Paula even tried to dry her hair. I mean, the dryer works as a cold blower, but it wouldn't work when the heat was applied. It just cut out. Understandable. Suffice to say, the Jackery this week has supplied us with just about everything we've needed, and therefore left our leisure batteries in a far better condition. So there's an example of what happens when you charge. So this is the input, and at the same time you take out. So we're showing 43 watts going in. That's just the ticking over engine at the moment. And we're showing 16 watts going out, which is Mrs. L's iPhone. So anytime you want, when you're charging this up, you can still be making use of it as well. In summary, we found these products to be very accurate in doing what it says on the tin, really, doing what the literature says. It does indeed do what it says. If anything, the literature downplays this performance. I think the performance is slightly better than that. So not having done back-to-back comparison tests with its competitors, I can't actually say how well it would do against them. But in my opinion, I think the Jackery is superior in looks and simplicity. And again, the feeling of quality that both the Jackery power bank and the folding solar panel have is absolutely superb. It feels great, it looks great. I'd be very confident actually of its durability and reliability going forwards. So in my opinion, I'm going to be honest, I think over 250 quid for this and over 250 quid for the solar panel is a bit pricey. Again, when you compare that to some of its competitors, how's that justified? I don't know. Probably down to the superior quality. The build quality seems great. So it may be a case if you get what you pay for, and it may have that longevity that the others may not have. I don't know. To be honest, Jackery do discount quite heavily, quite regularly. So I would advise you to watch out for that, look out for that when they do actually offer discounts on these. All in all then, I think this is a great product for walkers, campers. I think it'd be brilliant in a field, amazing. Just, you know, your adventurous types outside. I think in the narrowboating world, in the boating world, many narrowboats have a full solar system installed already. Probably not going to feel much benefit from this unless they, you know, go out for a walk during the day from somewhere. Then it's something nice to take. So yeah, boaters like myself who don't have that full solar installation, I think this is great. I was considering the full solar thing. I still could go to that eventually, but I don't need it now. For the amount of times we use the boat and the amount of times we're out on it, this week gave us everything we needed. In fact, when it was at 100%, we weren't using it all up. So I could run the TV, and I was getting all my gadgets and bits and bobs charged up as well. It gave us what we needed. Then obviously we ran the following day and it charged up, and it feels like free. It's free energy, isn't it? It's either from the sun or your engine was already running. So that was great. So really enjoyed that side of it. So my verdict on the product, 5 stars on most aspects. The one aspect I don't get 5 stars, I'll give it 3 stars on the price. So I hope you've enjoyed my little presentation, my little venture into the world of deli sales, and see you out there soon with a more standard vlog. Bye for now.